Walter, Alex, and Ryan E. Take it, Walter, sir.
Which forum is the most appropriate for this activity? An agile project team has completed an iteration that has added a constant number of features to the project, which were submitted as user stories. They want to show the product owner the features. Which form is the most appropriate for this activity? So definitely an agile. We're at the end of an iteration. So which forum do we want to show these new features? All right, the daily stand-up. Nope, that's not an appropriate place. The project status review meeting. I'm not going to get rid of that one just yet. The demonstration review meeting, I'm going to hold on to that one. And the backlog preparation meeting, I'm going to get rid of that one.
Okay.
So to me, it makes the most sense that we would do this in the demonstration and review meeting. So I will go with C.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate it. Alex, as you go through there, Walter's on C. Are you on C? And if so, there's a couple of people that don't really know what the demo and review meeting is. Can you tell them what it is, dude? Alex, please.
So that's on day 3.5, I think.
Act like you know, dude. Like
C does seem right. So the daily stand-up is kind of the ongoing short, quick while you're in the work with the team. Your project status review is, in my mind, probably right before the project, or is maybe with the product owner or with the product team, but not necessarily talking about the iteration that you just completed. And then your backlog prep is, just thinking through what I know of the backlog, the ideas of the next iteration, and then your product owner is sorting them, trying to prioritize what's the most important.
Yeah.
So the question is, what is the forum to show the product owner the new features? I can talk myself into C, the demonstration review meeting, just because we're trying to show them what has already been completed. And we're using the user stories. Although we do we create the backlog with user stories. I believe that's correct.
That is true. That is true.
So that those words might play a role if you tell me that we're wrong. But I can see us doing demonstration. I can support that.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Ryan, can you walk us through, what do you think the answer is? Which one? I'm going to ask you a follow-up. So what do you think the answer is, Ryan? Right.
So I see that word show, and that immediately draws me to demonstration, because that's, I guess, a synonym for show. So that's why it jumped out at me. Review sounds good too, but C has, two strong words in it. So even if I don't know exactly what those are, I think I can.
That's okay, dude. So project status. So there's they call them events or ceremonies, like in Agile. This is not one of them. Like status review meeting. There's other ones that serve a purpose. Like Agile is technically called a lightweight framework, meaning they have kind of lightweight guardrails, if you will, where things should happen to help move work through and help the continuous improvement process happen. So to help with that, I'll go to Grace. Grace, at the end, let's walk through a sprint. All right. So we have an iteration or sprint planning meeting, iteration planning meeting. We bring in a bunch of work. We bring in 2 weeks worth of work into the sprint, right? There's a backlog that has all the user stories. Then there's daily stand-ups that happen each day. But the question I was going to ask you, what's the purpose of this demo or review meeting? How would you say it in your words?
It's to show the customer if we're on the right track. and they give us feedback. They say, yes, we like it. No, we don't. And they take that feedback. They use a retrospective, and then they apply it back to the backlog, and they start over. Or not start over, but then they start with the new features and all the feedback that they were able to get from the customer.
Yeah, in a sense, this is kind of like a conveyor belt of delivering value in a way. Like the top stuff makes it to the top, it rolls into here. The team works it through and like coordinates every day to get it done. Then you're right, like Mike said earlier, and you said it there, they show it off and they're getting like feedback. It's our opportunity to show. And if the customer approves, we only show them the stuff that we have completed, not like, hey, I'm 82% done. We don't show them that. Like we want to show them the things that are completed that they can like put their hands on, move around. They say, yes, I like it or not. And they either approve it and it's potentially shippable. It's called an increment at that point. Like they can like release it out to the public. Make sure that's not my baby. And then also, like the idea is like to help the customer understand if the things that they're asking for, if we're actually able to meet them, or if their new ideas come. So there's like a lot of new ideas that might flow back into here, get ranked. And then this retrospective, Grace, I like what you're saying, but also the retrospective is to look at how the work is accomplished, how the team's working together and everything, and find opportunities to get a little better. Like here or here or here. Like how can we turn the knobs and get a little tighter in how we execute as we go through?
Got it. Thank you.
Jody, what's up?
I just wanted to see if it was right to think about the demo being a place where the only time you would have it is if you had a successful product, right? That's worth looking at, that's worth having a demo. But the question doesn't ask about that, right? I just wanted you to speak into that a little bit for us, please.
What do you mean by a successful product?
Like don't they have to have at the end of the sprint something that works in order to justify having a demo in the first place?
Yes. Or we can show the work that has, the cards that have been completed, the features that have been completed. So if we don't get anything done during the entire time, I mean, I guess it could happen. It could happen. Hopefully not. But maybe like here, we'd be like, oh my God, like this is a house fire. Something's going on. And we might, whatever. Not to say it doesn't happen. But yes, we're not going to show half-done work, but it doesn't have to be like everything in a product. It could be like the handle of the coffee cup, metaphorically. It could be like a part of it that's like completely like, let's inspect that. Like if it's done, like the handle, let's inspect the handle. So it's going to be a piece of the product. Like
awesome. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Scott, does that mean are we off base on this? Because we said the customer, the demo is with the customer and not necessarily the product owner.
Oh, okay. I'll ask somebody else. Nia, who's in the meeting? Who should be in the demo meeting?
It's my understanding that it would be the customer, the product owner, the development team, and the Scrum Master.
Yeah. And so the dev team is the people that actually like built the thing, right? So like they had their hands in it and they did it, and that's cool. Why is it important for, you said the customer and the product owner, why is it important for those folks to be in there, ma'am?
Because so the product owner, it kind of owns the backlog. They're the one that is listening to what the customer is saying. They're documenting it, right? And then they have to work with the Scrum Master to help the dev team translate everything and work through it. Yes. So they're kind of like I feel like they're kind of like the intermediary between the customer and the team.
True. And they're kind of like leading, like they're, I got this for you, Mr. and Mrs. Customer. I'm going to get it through. And so it's like these people are giving the feedback. They're putting their hands on it. They're feeling it. They're doing all those things. They're making sure that the need is met by the solution. Because like, I would like to be able to do something like we're finding a solution to do that. So is the need met? So that's good. And then the Scrum Master's making sure that the people are listening to each other, that they're pushing hard enough down onto the solution. They're not just saying, oh, it looks pretty cool, move on. No, it's like, no. Let's ask hard questions. Does it really serve it? What ideas does it draw out of you? how does it work? Like those kind of things, making sure that people give it the scrutiny that it deserves. So that's cool. Does that help? Can't remember who asked the question.
Yeah, it was Alex. Yes, I think so.
Alex. Yeah, awesome. So cool. And daily stand-ups or statusing the work, making sure people know what they're doing, hand it back and forth, and going there. So that's awesome. Let's keep it rolling.